Next up for Jackson State University is Texas State, coming out of the Sun Belt. Okay. They are currently 1-1. Uh, they defeated Baylor 42-31. Okay. They lost to UTSA. Okay, that's University of Texas, San Antonio. They lost to them 20-13 in what's called the I-35 rivalry. Okay. And of course, Jack State is coming off of a victory against heated rival Southern. Okay, Jack State is currently sitting at 2-1 with victories over Southern, as I just said, but also a victory over South Carolina State and a disappointing loss versus FAMU. Okay, real ones. I'm gonna tell you off top. This game gonna come down to what Jack State can do with Texas State's quarterback, Mr. Finley. Okay. I wouldn't put my eyes on the highlights of Texas State's game against both Baylor and UTSA. Okay, now UTSA did a much better job of holding things down. Okay, but against Baylor, shit, this young man was throwing the ball around the yard. Okay, but I will run the numbers for you in both matchups. Okay, so you can kind of get an idea of what Jackson State University going to be walking into. Okay. Against Baylor, the aforementioned Mr. Finley, that's TJ Finley. He went 22 of 30 for 298 yards and 3 touchdowns. Okay. And in this game, this is what I saw from this young man. Okay. I saw arm talent. Okay. He was flinging that motherfucker against Baylor. I saw mobility. I saw that he scored on a zone read. Okay. And took a pretty good lick at the end of the run as well, but got on up. He's a big kid. All right. I saw escapability because I saw him get out of trouble in the pocket, roll left, and threw up a ball. We gave his receiver a chance. Okay, his receiver went up and got the ball. Okay, so he showed a lot in this game. Okay, again, 22 of 32, 98, 3 touchdowns, no picks in this game. Only one time sack. Okay. In terms of rushing on the ground collectively, they put up 171 yards on 39 attempts. Okay. The leading receiver was a brother by the name of Mr. Hobart. Uh, he had 6 catches for 105 yards in a tub. Okay. In terms of defense, of course, you concerned about pressure up front and will we be able to block them up so we can try to do what we need to do. They had 3 young men register a sack in this game. Um, those young men were Mr. Latham, Mr. Coleman, well, 2 kids named Coleman, Caleb Coleman and Tavion Coleman. Okay. Uh, but like I said, the star of the show was Mr. Finley. Okay. He was throwing that bitch around the yard. Now, UTSA was able to hold him down a little better. So we need to be trying to emulate whatever the hell they were able to do out there uh, versus Texas State. Okay. Because in this game, he was held to 16 of 30 passing for only 211 yards. Okay. So that's more like it. That's what if we're able to win this game, it's gonna have to be like that. Hold this young king down, okay? Because they were only able to put up 13 points against UTSA versus the shootout, and that's the best way to characterize it. The shootout that they had with Baylor, where they put up 42 points against them. We need to be trying to inject this UTSA scheme into our shit so we can try to hold them down. In terms of rushing in this game, UTSA was able to really keep them at bay with that. Okay. In terms of rushing in this game, UTSA was able to definitely control their ass in this shit. They only gave up 31 yards rushing to Texas State. Okay. So like I'm saying, we gotta watch that tape. We gotta watch that tape and try to steal from it, glean from it what we can. Okay. In the UTSA game, the leading receiver was a Mr. Donnelly, caught 5 balls for 79 yards. Okay. Mr. Hobart, who was the leading receiver in the previous game, they held him to 1 catch, 6 yards. Okay. So it was a tale of two games for Texas State. Kind of like, I guess, you could say it was a tale of two games for us when it comes to our performance versus South Carolina State and our performance versus FAMU. Okay. Maybe you can say that. Hopefully, we can come out, correct some of the things we did poorly in the Southern game. Of course, we want to fix not getting off the field on 3rd and long, okay? Because if we're able to get them in 3rd and long, we got to get the fuck off the field, okay? And we're gonna need every point we can get on the road against a team like this who yeah, they coming off a loss. They're gonna probably be pissed off that they just lost to their rival. Okay, I'm sure their kids gonna be dealing with some social media chatter. I'm not familiar with the I-35 rivalry, but hey, I'm sure there's some venom there. Okay, so their kids gonna be pissed off, and they gonna be wanting to bounce back and get back to the kind of performance they had against Baylor. So we're gonna have to be ready to play. Okay, we're gonna need every point, so we can't be missing no damn extra points and field goals. Okay, we're gonna have to be ready to roll. Okay, and I hope we will be. Put it on some.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.